Hey guys, Malakith here, and this is going to be a sort of a channel update video. It does have some major changes to just how I'm going to operate in general, not specifically for any one game, so I suspect most people will want to pay attention, especially those that usually show up to the live streams, and people that have been here a long time and have seen how my content's changed over time, shifting more towards live streams, all that sort of stuff. Before I start, people are going to be asking what the hell's the game in the background. It's just something for you to look at. So this is Ark. At the moment I'm just running around grabbing berries off of bushes and getting fiber and stuff. Expect me to get jumped by a raptor or something at some point and probably scream in the middle of this, but yeah. So for anyone who's been on the channel for a long time, you'll know previously I used to do a lot of, I'll call them pre-recorded videos, you know, 1080p, sit down, record the entire episode from start to finish, intro, outro, you know, everything of non-live, I guess you'd say. And then I started the process of buying a house, which took up pretty much all of my time during the day when the various people you have to phone and talk to and go visit are open. So what I had to do at that time was trying to condense all of my content into the evenings. Now, the most effective way for me to do that was to set up live streams. So I set up 3 live streams, Monday, Wednesday and Sunday, where I did 3-hour blocks of usually one game, sometimes mixing it up. And that let me put out a lot of content. I mean, I used to cut Attila up into half-hour episodes, so for 3 hours I'll get 6 episodes of that a week. The others, I didn't use to put everything up because not everything was usable. For example, if I was playing a game like Ark here, you probably wouldn't want to see half-hour videos of me doing this. You'd rather see the bit where I run off and slaughter dinosaurs and get eaten and have Dropkick running around screaming, being chased by a T-Rex, you know, all those fun things. But the problem that comes with live streaming is, firstly, it splits your attention. You know, you can't sort of describe what's going on all the time because you kind of have to have a conversation with the people in the live stream, which for people watching back on YouTube later is a bit disorientating as they're not seeing half of that conversation. And also the quality drop. It goes down to 720p. I could stream 1080, but the problem with it is that the people watching it have to have an internet connection that's man enough to download 1080 without buffering all the time, which sadly is not most of the population of the world due to internet companies being terrible. Also, just the way live streams work, they tend to only send data when the pixel has changed, and if they can't get it there quick enough, they end up with a blurring effect, which is especially noticeable when you start turning quickly. You'd get all sorts of pixelated effects coming up on the screen. And it was really noticeable on the Witcher videos, which I only sort of saw after I went back and watched some of the action scenes. The talkie scenes looked absolutely fine. As soon as you started having Geralt rolling around, spinning the screen, getting into a sword fight, it went blurry as hell and looked terrible. So, what that has led to is now the whole buying the house thing is out the way. We're all moved in. We're mostly settled. My time is no longer rammed to the evenings. I do have time during the days when I'm not at work to record stuff now. So I can go back to my original format of mostly pre-recorded stuff, which will be in glorious 1080p, 60 frames, without any of that pixelated buffering effect. And that's what I'm likely to do, because to be honest, completely dedicating 9 hours in big blocks, it limits what you can do in life. It means you can't go out on a Monday because, oh, Monday's my live stream, people are expecting me there. And, you know, that's hampering, annoying. I'm sure you can come up with some other words. And the quality drop was significant. So what it's going to mean is the Alans campaign, as it is for Attila, Total War Attila, that is, for anyone that doesn't watch it, is very nearly complete. It's probably 6-9 hours away from finishing, I would say. Maybe a little more if I'm unlucky. So I'm going to... all of my remaining streams from now going forwards are going to be completely that game. 3 days a week until I get it finished. After that Alan's campaign is finished, all future content for the foreseeable future will be pre-recorded 1080p YouTube videos. I will probably just tell my Twitch channel, like have a notice up there redirecting you, going, hey, I'm stopping streaming for the moment, please come check me out on YouTube. I'm not 100% convinced that's going to be, you know, a permanent change, but it's definitely a change until I get a new PC, because once I get a new PC, options open up. I could probably jig the hardware so that I can both stream and record locally in 1080p so it looks decent when I port that across to YouTube. In which case I get the best of both worlds, because I do enjoy interacting with the audience on the live stream, but that quality drop and the time constraints are huge. If I did go back to live streaming, it wouldn't be quite the regularity and duration that I have been doing. YouTube is definitely going to be taking the priority going forwards. Also, quite what happens with this whole YouTube gaming live streaming service that's coming out in the future. Obviously not too many details have been released on that at the time I'm recording this, so I will have to look into that a bit more closer to the time. And obviously technology always moves forwards in these sorts of things, so it may change going forwards. But for all of the people that have been supporting me on Twitch, thank you for all of your effort showing up to those live streams, especially the moderators and Lunadusk more than anyone else. Keeping the riffraff under control in chat is not a fun job for anyone, and they did it superbly for me. For everyone else, just means you need to check the YouTube channel a bit more. Feel free to put your thoughts and opinions in, this comment section and all the others. I do regularly check them. All of the comments come through on email. In terms of games, so the first big series that will be shifting across to YouTube is...
Malakith.
Hang on, that's a drop kick. I was meant to have TeamSpeak muted, and then he's just come in. I'm not even going to bother to edit that out. That is the standard greeting I get from Dropkick. Make of it what you will. Yes, the first series that will be coming across to the YouTube channel will be the DLC for Attila. I'm going to be playing as the Roman Expedition, and I will probably stay as a part of the Eastern Empire. I won't break off and form the Western Empire unless something interesting pops up when I'm actually playing the game. But my intentions initially are to stay loyal. Other games, I've got a sort of list of games. I'm not sure how to describe them. They're games like Ark here, which are... It's getting nighttime, I think I'll head inside. A large portion of them you don't want to see. Things like World of Warships, there's a lot of repetitiveness to them, but some cool stuff does happen. Games like that I will likely play a lot of, record all of it, but then only keep the interesting bits, if that makes sense. So you'll start seeing those. I think in that list I've got Ark, Total War Arena, World of Warships, maybe a bit of War Thunder Tanks. You know the kind of games I'm talking about, ones that don't have a linear story and progression. So they will be appearing likely as evening releases, Attila being primarily the midday release. And then I have a couple of games that I picked up in the Steam sale. One is Door Kickers, and the other is Talos Principle. So both of those should be making an appearance, likely on Sundays. I'm going to have sort of a relaxed Sunday where I play those kind of games. So hopefully that's given you some insight into what is going on. Just before I close the video down, I will come give you a better visual of what's going on dinosaur wise from my my game here. So we've got a parasaur, which is just a sort of a not very good mount you can ride around. See with the epic cowboy hat. We've got a triceratops, again herbivore, big mount for lugging stuff around, destroying berries. Got some of these little guys called dilos. There's one there, and there is an absolute pack of them over here, which I take out as one huge group and go munch on stuff with. My raptors sadly died. We then have 3 of these rather nasty scorpions. Now they put you to sleep and then munch on your face. But you can use them for taming things. You knock things unconscious with them and then tame away. We then have a couple of stegosaurus. Big tail whipping things, again mostly transporting. And one of my favourites, which I've named Swoop, is a pterodon. He's for flying. He's not very happy flying at the moment because I weigh an absolute ton due to the amount of stuff I'm carrying. So he's not flying particularly well. But anyway, that is Ark. That is what's going on with my channel. Please feel free to comment on your thoughts and opinions of what I've just been saying. And I hope to hear from you all soon. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.